Hey everyone, this is Lock24, and before we go any further, I want to remind you to keep your phone vertical and click that full screen icon on the bottom right. Now today I didn't really have anything planned, so I kind of looked up some of the decks that were played at Worlds and decided to select one and then do some replays on it. Now the deck that I chose was this one. I have no clue who played it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how far he went into the World Championships. Like I said, I just looked at the decks. I didn't read any of it, and this is the one that I like the most out of all of them. And I think this one has a ton of potential and can do a lot. And let me go ahead and get into the deck, and then I can go ahead and explain as to what the purpose of the deck is. So 1 Sphere Karibo, 2 Heavy Knights of the Flame, 2 Leotor, 3 Sergeant Electro, 1 Amazonas Sage, 1 Guardian Statue, 2 Super Rush Headlong, 3 Enemy Controllers, 1 Dispel, 3 Mirror Wall, and 1 Metamorph. So the original deck list had 2 Metamorphs, however I only have the 1, so I put in a Dispel instead of the second one, and the Dispel is working out for me really good. And the ability that it's using is Mind Scan. So what you basically want to do is you want to lock your opponent down with the Sergeant Electro and then beat him down with a Leotor if he has a monster. And Leotor is a beast. He can attack any effect monsters and go up to 2,000. There's not that many monsters out there that can hit 2,000, and I had forgotten how much of a beast he is. He's just completely ridiculous. And the other thing is the deck it doesn't run as much monsters as you usually would. The normal deck usually runs 2 more monsters, and this deck runs a ton of defensive cards. Now the deck does struggle a little bit if it doesn't draw any protective spells. So as long as you have a single monster and then everything else is spells and traps that can protect that monster, you should be fine. However, there is some occasions whenever you're playing and you draw nothing but monsters, and then most of the time when that happens, you're gonna lose no matter what the opponent's playing. So let's go ahead and get into the replays, and then we can talk a little bit more about it. And with the event, I still haven't touched it. I've already reached the max keys on it, and I haven't had time to play it. So most likely I'll have some time tomorrow. And I'm playing the deck in Platinum 2 or 3, I think. Platinum 3. Alright, and in Platinum 2 and 3, there's a lot of Makos. Everybody's playing that. I think one of the World Championship qualifier, or one of the people playing the World Champions was playing a Mako. And a lot of people are playing that deck with the Hammer Sharks and the other card that destroys our back row with the Star Boys, and there's a ton of them in these lower ranks of Platinum. So here I did get a Leotor and a Metamorph, which isn't, the hand that I drew wasn't really that great, and I don't know why he's playing the sheep, but I did get him the I always forget that Super Rush, so I can defend myself against basically anything. The only thing I was kind of scared of was him summon a Daedalus and then just blowing everything up. But I get an enemy controller, which was fine, and I did get an Electro and select the enemy controller. I should have selected the big wave, small wave just in case, but I did go with the enemy controllers because I had an enemy control myself, so I wasn't really scared of the big wave, small wave, and then I could just econ and attack for game. Alright, and Mind Scan is actually a really good ability, and if you've been following my videos, it's actually one of my favorite abilities. I made a video a while back with it and saying how the ability Mind Scan is kind of overpowered. They did, I think, nerfed it a little bit. Before it was 2,000, now it's 3,000, I think. I'm not entirely sure on that, don't quote me on it. But I think they did get nerfed because the ability to see everything your opponent has said is just completely OP. And this is kind of one of the hands that you don't want to have because you don't really have any protection. Unfortunately for me, the opponent isn't really running anything meta, and can't really I guess destroy 2000 beat stick with a non-effect monster, which is why I kind of got lucky playing against him. And here Electra just completely shuts him down because he did have an arm shield and an enemy controller, but that Sergeant Electra is just so good to where he can't do anything. Then the Sage is actually surprisingly good, and I was actually thinking of running maybe a second copy of it. However, I only do just have that one, so I do have to farm Mai for another copy of it because she's actually unexpectedly really good. And then combo it out with a Sergeant Electro where you can just lock those back rows and then destroy them, destroy it with the Amazon. It's really good. Alright, and I'm going first against another Mako. So Mythic Devs, and I think all the Makos running Mythic Devs. I think I've encountered one with Balance, I think, but that was about it. And here I know that he has a ship, and I do blow up the field spell. And I do attack the ship since he has an enemy controller. I want to force him to activate the enemy controller. Alright, I think he's kind of smart that he didn't activate it, because he would have activated the enemy controller for no reason at all. And here he kind of wastes a lot of cards just to get rid of my Leotor, which I don't really agree with it. So summon the Electro to lock down his enemy controller, so he can't do anything with it. And then he attacks. If you're playing a deck similar to him, or if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh in general, and you only have that one monster, do not attack with it, because it's gonna get destroyed. And then after it gets destroyed, you're not gonna have a backup, or you're just gonna be kind of trying to survive from your draw, and that's never a good idea. Alright, and the next one, I think, was that the second Mako, so it's Bandit Keith, and then another Pegasus, I guess. So, I just wanted to give you a little update as to where I'm at with everything. I did receive a Blue Yeti microphone, so I'll be trying it out here in the next week or so, and hopefully you guys won't be listening to a lot of just saliva moving around with the current setup that I have today. And I know it's kind of annoying because I do watch some of the videos afterwards, and that annoys me so much too, that you can just hear every little pop and every like saliva swishing around. It's gotten me to the point where I had to get a new mic. So I will be trying to set up, most likely I'll be toying around with it tomorrow if I do have the time. And then I do have a captured card as well. I got in Elgato or something, so I'm gonna figure out how to use that and figure out how to set it up, and I'll be toying with it maybe in the next week or so. I don't know how long it'll take me to properly set it up, and hopefully the quality of the videos will continue to go up with and we'll see. But so far I think that going forward, I think I will try a little bit harder to get you guys a higher quality video with a higher quality sound, because like I said, that swishing noise and all that saliva and all those pops are kind of getting frustrating. And let me get rid of that. That's just work related. Alright, so he's running was it Balance? I didn't get to see. But I did get a single monster with a ton of defense, and that's kind of what you want to see with this deck. Just get one monster with a ton of defense so they can't really do anything. And he's playing Ice Barriers. This was actually a really good game. I think he was going to have me because Ice Barriers just have so much advantage. And this card can just summon massive monsters and then destroy the back row, which, I mean, it's never good. And that monster, if Ice Barriers, if they play it correctly, the deck is just completely insane. I wish I could build it, but I don't have all the cards for it. I'm missing a ton of it. That's why I haven't done any videos on it or anything like that. And I've opened a ton of the new pack, and I don't have it. And then I didn't get as many copies of that SR from Mai or Elegant Mai either. So I can't really run the deck. I only have a single copy. And here you see the what is it? Gantala just give him a ton of free +1s, and if you're getting free +1 every turn, you're kind of playing a losing battle. But with this, I get an enemy control. I get super lucky, and I was super lucky in the beginning that I was able to hit him for some damage. And I attacked with the Leotar on the first one, then tribute the Leotar to attack the rest, and then attack for game. But anyways, I think that that was the last replay. Let me go ahead and show you the deck once again. And like I said, I don't know exactly who played it. I don't want to say don't care, which to be honest, I really don't care who played it. I just know that the deck is good. However, it does have some flaws with it, and I think you'll be better off with a restart ability instead of mind scan. So if you want to try it with the restart instead of the mind scan, and I'm pretty sure the deck would be way better with that. But anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And if you want to help the channel out, there's always a Patreon link down in the description also. And like I said, my videos hopefully will get better here in the next week or so. The sound quality will hopefully be better. I was trying out the mic today, and it sounds like there's like little. It captures like all the vibrations on it, so I'm not liking that. But we'll see how it goes here in the near future, and I guess we'll go from there. And if you enjoyed my this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you enjoy my content, go ahead and do subscribe. And if there's something that you dislike, go ahead and leave a dislike. But just go ahead and let me know why it is that you're disliking it, so I can go ahead and try to improve on it. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow.